What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's how to unlock video, we're going to be covering the Fennec Modern Warfare SMG for those of you that are free to play in Warzone. Now, this weapon came out some time ago. However, now we're on a new map. Tons of new players have joined since then, and there might still be people struggling to unlock this, so I wanted to give you guys an updated version. You guys can expect me to go over some tips and tricks to make it a bit easier. We will obviously cover the challenge so you know what you need to do to unlock it, as well as I will give you guys a recommended loadout to be set up for success. Before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content anytime or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you share support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. We'll throw an easy goal of 50 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. Also that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. In order to unlock this, you're going to, of course, need to know what that challenge is. If you go to where you edit your loadout, go to the SMG category, scroll down to the Fennec, your challenge should be read as follows. Using SMGs, get 5 kills using the Solo Zero Optic Mini Reflex and the Ranger foregrip in 10 different matches. The first thing I want to cover is what game mode you guys should be diving into. Considering the challenge that we have in store for us, it might be easier to jump into an LTM, whether it's Caldera Clash or Rebirth Blood Money Quads whenever they are available, but most of the time they are not, so I highly recommend diving into Plunder. Plunder matches last anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, giving people of all skill levels a better opportunity to get their progress in the match and not have it end before they're able to do that. Once you jump into Plunder and you're flying into the map, the place that you're going to want to land is the airfield. This is where people do their weapon challenges, overall level up weapons in general, and people know it is the hotspot, so they land here trying to get a ton of kills. For this challenge, it helps to close the distance as much as possible, so when you are flying in, it's good to follow somebody if you can do that, or maybe you've been eliminated and you are flying back in, go towards where the engagements are and try to get a third party, or even just get yourself close quarters so that way you have a better chance of winning your engagements. For this challenge in particular, it does not matter how many times you actually get eliminated, so jumping into the hottest spots could actually give you a better advantage as you are just looking to get those 5 eliminations. A couple of perks that I like to use, especially for challenges like this, is quick fix. That way, as soon as you get your elimination, you will regen health a lot quicker. And sometimes people choose to engage you right after you've completed a gunfight, or even sometimes while you're still in a gunfight. It'll give you a better chance to actually survive and maybe even get a second elimination out of it. I also like to run battle hardened, as it will prevent me from getting stunned or flashed, or at least limit the amount that I'm stunned or flashed. And it'll also kind of counter the snapshot grenades, which a lot of people at this current time tend to use, and that'll give you a better advantage in the gunfights as well. Probably the most useful thing you can do is actually run dead silence. This is going to allow you to sneak up on your opponents, definitely close that distance that you're looking to do, as they will not be able to, hear your footsteps, and it'll give you a better opportunity to actually ADS and start firing your weapon before they even know that you are there. I do want to clarify that you must run the Solo Zero Optic and the Ranger foregrip. You, however, can still run other attachments. You aren't just limited to those 2. If you are struggling to get the 5 eliminations in a single match, something that might help make it a little bit easier is at the beginning, go to the end of the flight path, depending on where it's at. Hopefully there'll be some AFK players there. Maybe you'll get 1 or 2 free eliminations, and then you can make the trek back to the airfield in order to get the rest of them throughout the rest of that match. The only real downside here is, depending on where the end of that flight path is, it might take up a ton of time that you could really use to get the eliminations that you need in order to get back to where the rest of the engagements are. Now that we've covered some tips and tricks to make it a little bit easier, let's go ahead and dive into our recommended loadout, which is going to be with the AUG SMG from Modern Warfare. Alright, for our attachments, we have as follows. For the barrel, we have the 407mm extended barrel. The optic, we have the Solo Zero Optics Mini Reflex. That one is required. For the stock, we have the Forge Tech CQB comb. For the rear grip, we're running the stippled grip tape. And then last but not least, for the underbarrel, the also required attachment, the Ranger foregrip. All right, the last thing I want to cover is whether or not you can leave the match once you get the progress towards your challenge. When you are confident you get the 5 eliminations that you need, go to where you edit your loadout in game, go to the SMG category down to the Fennec. If you see that your challenge is tracked properly, you can then leave the match and jump into your next one, overall decreasing the amount of time it will take you to complete this. However, if you are confident that you got the 5 eliminations that you need, and you notice it has not tracked properly, I highly recommend staying into the end of the game to increase the chances of it tracking and overall not having to jump into more matches than is necessary. Now that's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support on the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.